Hello everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel again. Please follow me on all social media outlets. I am Corey Peters Hair at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. I need to wash my hair. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks and my hair has been straightened and I'm ready to go back to curly hair. I also need to dye my hair because the grays are showing pretty badly up here. So what I'm going to do is show you how I actually go through the process of dyeing my hair and washing it and the curly style that I end up with. One of the things that I also want to show you is all of the products that I use. So we'll go over that as well. So these are all of the products that I use to actually dye my hair. It looks like a lot, I know. I actually have 2 of these here. These are scalp massagers and they help with washing the hair as well as to stimulate growth. I'm actually going to discontinue the use of this one, which is why I'm showing you both. I don't like it anymore. It was great when I first got it, but as you're working and doing your hair, especially curly hair, once it gets tangled, this is really easy to come out. So this is not good to use when you're actually trying to detangle your hair or wash it. And I have to constantly reach down at the bottom of the shower to try to put it back together. The handle on it is not that great where I'm having to do it like this. So I'm just continuing this one and I'm going with this. This does not come apart and it has a better handle that I can actually scoop my hand in and actually, massage and wash my scalp this way. Okay, so I have a few clips. I have my coloring bowl as well as brushes. I have this to put around my edges to make sure that they aren't dark. I have a variety of brushes and combs here, and then of course gloves, and this is the dye that I'll be using. This is Bigen. I like my hair to be jet black, so Oriental black is their darkest color, and the only thing necessary for this is water. So there is no type of developer or anything to add to this. So it makes it perfect for me to be able to use. So I will go ahead and get started with the coloring process of my hair. I actually do have my phone placed directly in front of my mirror. So if you see me looking like this, I'm actually looking at the mirror, so I'm not crazy. But I'll go ahead and take my bonnet off so that we can get started and go through the whole coloring process and show you what my hair currently looks like. It would be referenced as that word that a lot of you like to use, nappy. But you can see that like it has no flow because it's really oily and needing to be washed. And this is why I don't like adding oil to my hair when I straighten it, because oil has the tendency to make the hair look thin when it is not. So the older my hair gets, the more oily it gets and the thinner that it can look, and it gets more weighed down. And of course you can see these edges, Jesus, they're horrible. So sorry about clearing my throat to you guys. I've been under the weather, which is why I haven't done this earlier. I'm getting a little bit better. But first thing I do is I take some petroleum jelly. So with the petroleum jelly, I just take bits and pieces and run it across my scalp. And I typically do a lot of this because I don't want my head or my facial area black from the dye. Whereas I do want the hair colored, I don't want my face colored. And though I don't really care about anybody knowing that I dye my hair because I have grays, it still should look natural. So I go all around the edges, kind of grease myself up, Lord. And then of course I do the back to get the nape of the neck. Take it a little bit further down because you don't know how the dye is going to run. Get all on the side. Trying to make sure I stay in the frame. And I'm looking rough right now, but after my hair is done, I'll be cute. And then I put a lot on my ears. I pretty much do the inside and the back side because dye has a tendency to go everywhere and I don't want colored ears because this dye is not easy to get off. So in the comments, if you guys have any questions about anything or anything that I may have meant to say but I missed and you want to discuss it, please feel free. There is a comment that I would like to answer. One lady asked me about the flat iron, I mean not the flat iron, but the electric hot comb that I bought the other day, because my previous hot comb died on me. So I ended up going to go buy this Andis, and I have it wrapped up so that I can put it up. But she asked a question about whether or not this was a good hot comb, and it actually did do the job. It got my edges laid the way that I wanted it to. But for this to be a brand new hot comb, I don't know if you can hear that. Do you hear that rattle? So this is not tight, and it moves. I'm not really sure why it does that, and I don't know if this one is defective or they're all like that, so I'm debating on taking it back for that reason. But as far as getting hot, it gets up to 425 degrees. I'm sorry, 450 degrees, which is really hot and way too hot for my hair. So I put it on about 10 rather than 20 was the highest setting, and I think 10 was still too hot. So I actually turned it down from 10 and put it on 8. But other than that, it did get the job done. So we see what this looks like. My goodness. All right. Not sure why I didn't already have this towel over here, but now we're gonna go through the process of mixing our dye. So this comes in a little tube, and it's really just a powder. This is all that comes in here. So depending upon how much of this you use, it tells you with these little indentations how much water to add. So I have 3 of these because I have a lot of hair. And I'm going to probably go ahead and mix 2 in hopes to not have to mix the 3rd. I'm not sure yet, and then maybe I should just mix the 3rd anyway, just in case. But let me just pour it on in. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do all 3. And as I'm doing this, let me turn this down just a little. As I'm doing all of this, I'm just kind of going to throw things over to the side to make sure my area stays clean. And then I will clean all of this up after we finish the video. Yeah, I'm gonna do all 3. I know that my hair should not take more than 3, but I generally like to dye my hair after it's been straightened. I don't straighten my hair often, so when I do straighten it, I like to let it stay straight for a few weeks before washing it out. But generally when I straighten my hair, it's because it's time for me to get my ends clipped. But it is easier to color my hair when it's straightened because it's not as tangled when it's curly, and it's easier to comb through and part. So I did 3 bottles. So I have filled this all the way up, and I will need to do that 3 times. I'm not gonna do it all at once, but I use my little brush here to kind of stir it up and to get it just right. See what it looks like? Who knew you had to be a chemist to be able to do your hair and keep it cute? So you see this color, it's going to change color and get very dark here in a second. Let me add the second bit of water. Sorry, I'm getting so close to the camera, y'all. And I'm just gonna keep mixing. And of course, as you add water, you need to start stirring slower, because otherwise it will start splashing. It's already getting darker. Can you tell? So naturally, I would prefer these videos to be completely live, but I know that it is the holidays and people are still spending time with their families, and they probably don't want to see me currently. They'd rather spend time with their families, so I'm doing this so that everybody can go back and watch it at their leisure. Oh, yes. I had to do this real slow because I'm so afraid of being splashed or splashing the eyes or coloring something that I don't want colored. My allergies are kicking my ass. Okay, it's a bit still too thick, and that's because I haven't added the third bit of water. But this is coming along great. So I'm gonna reposition this camera next time so that y'all don't have all of my forehead in your view. I'm still sleepy too. I just recently woke up. I've been taking medicine to kind of help me sleep at night since I've been feeling under the weather. And it really knocks me the hell out. Almost there. Now y'all see how brown this has gotten. And then once it's applied to my actual hair, you will see just how black it gets. But again, there's nothing more to add in this. There's no developer, there's nothing like that. It's just that little powder and tap water. And see how I almost just splashed, and my rug is like white. So I might need to move this just in case. Okay, I think it's stiff enough now. I can stir a little bit harder. So any of you that dye your hair, I would also like to know what products you guys use, because I don't just want this to be a tutorial from me to you. I would also like for you guys to teach me things, you know, things that you do, what your regimen is, how you do it, what works best for you, because maybe it'll be something that helps me out too. So let's not just look at this as a complete Corey tutorial from me to you. Let's look at it as we're all helping each other to have beautiful hair. And I need to, damn it, I don't have my rat tail comb. 1 second. Okay, I got my rat tail comb, and now I'm going to just part this and start kind of taking it in sections. Lord, I have a lot of petroleum jelly on here too. So I will do, let's do the right side first. So let's tie this up. So as y'all know, I am a talker, which is why I prefer to do this live, so I could actually be reading comments and be able to have a conversation that doesn't feel like I'm having one just by myself. But, so I will tell y'all about last night. So of course yesterday was Christmas, so Merry Christmas everyone. I decided to have a small little gathering, and I let a couple of my friends bring a couple of their friends over because I cooked. And one of those friends, he asked me to not be offended because he told me that when we were all talking on FaceTime, he thought that I was ugly. And he said, you know, after we all got off the phone, everybody said that you were cute, and I was just like, I don't see it. But he said, now that I'm over here and I'm actually face to face with you, I think that you're very handsome, and I'm sorry that I felt that way, and I hope you're not offended. I don't really know how a person is supposed to take that, but I wasn't really bothered. I don't think that it probably should have been told to me. I think it probably just should have stayed in his thoughts. But I have forgotten to put on my gloves, and y'all have not even reminded me. So let me put these on because I don't want black hands either. But yeah, so this person thought that I was ugly, which is fine. You can't be cute to everyone, because everyone certainly isn't the best looking to me. So I don't expect to be the best looking for everybody. But you guys are going to start seeing how this is going to turn super black here in a second. And then I'm just going to keep parting and going. And then once I part, put a little on both sides. Because really all I'm looking for is the roots, to make sure that my roots are completely done. But of course, if I have dye left over, Then I go back and take it even further down. I bet I look some kind of crazy looking at this mirror with the phone in front of me. Do I look crazy, y'all? I know y'all will tell me the truth. At least I hope that y'all will. So this dye is good and cold. But yeah, if my hair was curly right now, this would not be as easy to do as to just be able to part this the way that I am. Because my curly hair is so easily tangled. And to be adding something wet on it would make it even harder. Ooh. Baby, my arms are already tired. I got a long ways to go too. My God. The things we do to look cute or youthful. So I would like to say thanks again to everybody that supports me and support this movement. I have been asked to do this for about 4 years, and I never did it because honestly, I didn't think people cared. You know, there's a lot of people that say, I will support you, or I'll do this, or I'll do that, but when it comes time to, they actually don't. And I really didn't think that anybody would really be interested in seeing what I do to my hair or how I do it or how often. So even though like I would get stopped on the street, stopped in grocery stores, stopped at the gas station, or stopped wherever to get asked, you know, what's your YouTube? What's this? What's that? I never would actually take the time to do one. So I'm actually proud of myself for actually taking a moment to really get started and to try to do this. So I appreciate everybody that supports. And I also appreciate everybody that has already bought those Corey shirts. You know, you guys are the real MVPs. And I appreciate it. And I should have had a fan in here. Shit, it's hot. So this little piece here is done. Just with the roots. Of course, as it's changing and I'm doing the back, I will probably go back and get a little bit more. But I want to make sure that the roots are done. And from this way, I'll go up rather than down. And of course, I can't see the back. So I'm just going to feel my way and hope that it's as straight as possible. I'm not really concerned about the back because when my hair is down, you can't really see and or tell what may or may not be colored back there. But the front, the top, has to be on point. And when I tell you, my arms are tired already. Shit, I should have did a workout first. Yeah, I see how using this brush, I could easily get this dye everywhere, which is why I like to coat it with that petroleum jelly. And everywhere that this has already touched on my roots is already waving back up and curling back up. I don't know if you guys can see that or tell, you can. Ooh, my goodness. And sometimes I can pretty much feel if I have enough dye on here or not, because it is cold and it's wet. So if there are certain areas that don't feel like that. So I would say that I have pretty much gotten this side done. And now I think I want to take it down a little bit further, especially in the front. And I'm getting a good scoop on here. And you guys can pretty much see how that is already turning. Big scoop. Heaping scoop. And then what I'll do is just press it on down. Press it on in. And rub it on down. I feel like I need a little bit more. Oh shit. Right here. I really don't want to waste this stuff anywhere or get it on the walls or anywhere. It'd be difficult for me to get it out of. And then what I will do is just tie this little bit up and work on the other side. And anything I have left over, I will just add it to the entire head. So let's see, y'all see those grays? See them all in there? It won't be for long. All right. Wouldn't someone like to come over here and do this for me? Since my arms are tired. Is there anyone out there sweet enough to come over here and take care of this for me? Ooh, I see grays all in there. Enjoy yourself while you can, Gray. My Lord, like Whitney Houston say, my Lord. Little baby tired. Did y'all hear me say little baby tired? This is all for y'all. You know what? I'm actually glad that I went ahead and mixed all 3 bottles. It was a very good thing that I did. I don't think 2 bottles would have been enough. And hell, I'm only doing roots right now. But I am caking it on too, because I want it to penetrate. I'm gonna get good looking at the camera instead of the mirror one day. I already feel like a mirror dumb. Mirror dumb is when you're looking in the mirror and you're trying to do something to yourself and you keep doing it on the opposite or wrong side. That's mirror dumb. I am it. Okay. Now I need to get this good back. And this time on the back, I'll start from the bottom up again. If I don't get that hair there confused. Y'all see these big muscular arms? Come on now. Where my haters at? See what I mean? Damn it, I'm so glad that didn't land on my carpet. See what happens when arms get tired? No matter what they're holding, they say, to hell with this. We're done. 1 second. Gotta make sure this doesn't stain. Keep me some bleach around, just in case. Because I always know I'm gonna have some type of bloopers in this, or I am completely messing something up. Now we have this side pretty much done. We want to run back through with everything else I have left. Take it down a little bit further. Do y'all see how black that is? Okay. And then once I've gotten to this point, guys, where I have pretty much dyed all of my hair, and I'm gonna rub this on down like I did on the other side. The remainder that I have in my jar, I would just apply it directly with my hands rather than trying to use that brush, because I feel like I have coated everything else the way that I should. So we'll take what's remaining off the brush, and then I'll take me a good old scoop out of here, rub that together like so, and just come on with it. I don't really take it all the way to the ends. As you can see, I'm stopping about here. And then I'll do it on the other side. Again, not going all the way to the ends. You know, our ends are our weakest and most driest points. So, and they've already been colored before, so there's no need to really just put any down there. And now that I've gotten everything out, I will tie these back up for a little bit. And then clip it on both sides. And I will put me on a great little, first let me rinse this off. Okay. See how I got a little bit of dye right there? Get that off. But now, I will let this sit for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I will put on one of these little babies here. Oh yes, styling and profiling. We'll do another one. Yeah, that was 3. So, I will let this sit for about 25 minutes. What time is it? 2:15. And then I will pick the video back up. So I will be right back. Okay, so while my hair is going through its 20 to 25 minute dyeing phase, I'm going to show you what I'll be using as a deep conditioning mask. This is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Hair Mask. So the directions say that you can leave it on for 5 minutes, but after my hair being straightened for, you know, almost a month and then me doing the color, I kind of wanted to sit on that longer. So even after I finish this portion of it, I'm gonna put this on and let it sit for a while, but this comes after I rinse the dye out and wash my hair. So this will be the deep condition after I've washed and detangled. I will let this sit in for probably another 20-25 minutes before rinsing this out. And then I'll go into the actual styling portion of this. Alrighty, my timer says that it is time to wash this out. So let's see what we're looking like under all of this here contraption that I have on. Should be super black. Ooh, and it is. See that? That's what we want. So now I need to get another pair of gloves and I'm about to hop in the shower. I know you guys want to see that, but we can't on this show. But I'm going to be right back in a second. Come on, Black. I love it. Okay, so I just got out of the shower and I'm all wrinkly, but I have the heat mask on here that I'm gonna sit under the dryer for about 25 minutes, but I wanted to show you guys my curl pattern. while it has it in here. As you can see, every bit of my hair has pretty much curled back up, so I don't have any heat damage from it being straightened. But I'm going to sit under the dryer. Okay, y'all, so I am back. And if you cannot tell, baby, you need to take another look. This hair is black. Do y'all see that? It's black. So I just got out the shower for the second time. Y'all see I got my little shirt on. Y'all know I love this shirt for when I do my videos. But I just got out the shower for the second time to rinse the deep conditioning out. And now I'm ready to do some type of style. I don't really know what I want to do. I know that I am exhausted already from doing all of this. And of course, I don't color my hair every time, and nor is it every time that it's straight. So today took a lot more out of me than it normally does. But you know what? I kind of don't feel like doing anything to it. But you guys see it. And I'm going to at least put some product in it. So I had trouble trying to decide what I wanted to use today because I have so many different products in here. But what I decided to use is DevaCurl. It's one of the newer products that I tried not too long ago. And I have the DevaCurl Ultra Defining Gel. So we have a little bit of that. And then we have the Leave-In Decadence. And then we also have some Super Cream. I got these for free. So I'm gonna use these as well, especially since I got them for free. What else? I think that is it. So we're gonna try these as well. Sometimes when I do my hair when it's curly, I'll either twist it or I'll finger through it, or I will just put product in it, lather it up really well. Well, I guess not lather, but fill it up really well with product, and then just shake it to death. Or I will use my Denman brush. Now the Denman brush is a great little tool that you can take out from the brush part, and you can remove some of these bristles. Now the Denman brush is the only type of brush that I have used that really just defines the curls. And maybe I'll try to take a little section or piece to show you how that happens. But let's get started. Let's section this off a little bit. And I'm trying to be really careful because I have my ring light up here, and it just fell not a second ago. And it literally scared the shit out of me. So we're gonna try to make sure that doesn't continue to happen, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but when I do my hair curly, I like to just pour the product on the counter. I pour it directly onto the countertop and mix it up however I feel necessary so that I could just lay my hands in it and scoop it up. And I'm pretty sure you guys have more fabulous ways to do this than I do. But I try to use every single little drop that is there. So what I'm gonna mix together is the Leave-In Decadence and the Super Cream. So I don't know how my hair is gonna turn out today. I'm not really putting too much emphasis on the styling factor. The biggest thing that I wanted to do was dye it and make sure that it was black. And so we have achieved that. I'm still trying to get over my cold, y'all, so excuse me for still clearing my throat. But let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's section this baby on off. It's still damp. I love this black color though. Absolutely. I left all the clips. So, section this off, and then we'll just take little pieces at a time here and go through it like that. I'm gonna mix a little bit right in my hands, especially depending upon the size that I took. And I think what I wanna do is probably just finger through this And I always try to get a little bit more at the roots. Because y'all know them roots will be nappy, baby. And we don't want that. So do any of you ever have the same problem I do? It's like when you spend a lot of time on your hair and you feel like it's cute and you think it's cute, those are the days that nobody says anything to you about it. The days that I think my hair is cute, nobody opens their mouth. But the days that I think that I should have put in more effort or spent a little bit more time on it is the day that everybody says, oh my goodness, your hair is cute. And I just feel like, really? All right. Well, thank you, baby. All right, we see the definition? Y'all see that? I didn't use a lot either. But we're giving this DevaCurl a little try here. So let me tell y'all a little story. So I've only been living in Georgia a little over a year. I'm new here and still don't really know my way around yet or know many people either. But so upon moving here, I decided to build a house, which is the house I'm in currently. And it was an experience that I will never forget. Certain parts of it I loved, certain parts of it I absolutely hated. But nevertheless, I had to go through it. So I've been in this house for a few months, okay? And I was smelling gas. And upon smelling gas, I kept telling the builder and everybody else, hey, I smell gas in here. And everybody treated me as though I was crazy. So I kind of left it alone because nobody else smelled gas and everybody else pretended as though there wasn't shit in here. Until my mother came to visit. And when she came to visit, we were sitting in the living room and she said, Corey, I smell gas. So then, of course, that got me back to going like, oh shit, maybe it is a gas smell in here. So we called out Atlanta Gas, we called out the builder, we called out all these different people, and all these folks showed up at my house and still proceeded to treat me as though I was freaking crazy. Like I was not smelling gas. They even brought the little sniffer test thing, and the guy was telling me, Mr. Peters, this thing is so sophisticated, it picks up things in the air that the nose can't even detect, and it's not picking up anything. And I'm basically telling him, well then why do I smell gas? And why have I been smelling gas? And he's like, I don't know what you smell, but it's not gas. You know, being a real smart ass about it. So I go on, and then I started smelling gas even stronger. It was getting louder. Now, this is probably about 2 months after me smelling gas. So I called the builder back over, and the builder comes over after he tells me to take the damn fireplace apart. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's not my job. That's your job. So he came over the next day to do just that. He took it apart and he sprayed some water and soap inside of the fireplace where the valves and the pipes were. And it started to bubble. And then I heard him say, oh shit. And he said, Mr. Peters, you do actually have a leak. Here it is right here. And then this bastard proceeded to say, I'm surprised you haven't passed out. Needless to say, that pissed me off. Because for 2 months, I've been sitting here saying, I'm smelling gas. And everybody's treating me like I'm crazy. But he did what he could to tighten it up. And the guy came out from the chimney place today to go behind his work just to make sure that I'm good and I don't have any more issues. And this guy basically says the same, is that, hey, we checked everything. We don't see anything else going on. I think that you're good now. We're so sorry that you had to deal with that. But you shouldn't have any more problems at this point. And then I asked him about like that sniffer test. And he just basically said, I don't know why I didn't detect it, because it should have. But the whole thing about this is I have been breathing gas in this house for all this time, and everybody treated me like I was freaking crazy. And I'm wondering, what are my next steps? What should I do? Because I really do want to know. And he even made a little comment like, if I would have passed out, then he knows that I would have sued. But it just really pisses me off that when you're telling people things and it's not, you know, something that they really want to deal with, they just blow it off, whether it's something that could kill you or not. So I don't know about you guys, but I always seem to have problems with this portion of my hair. It is the curliest and the tightest and slightly a different texture than the rest. So if I don't treat it well enough and put just enough product on it, this little bit here will frizz more than anything. So I kind of have to play with it a little bit, brush it a little bit. And then sometimes I even just take pieces of it and twist it with my finger. But sometimes I don't really like how that looks when I do that. So I'm sorry I'm going through this so fast, y'all. But my arms are tired, I am tired. You ever just be ready to sit down and watch TV? That's where I am today. I'm ready to sit my little ass down. All right, definition. I definitely need to put something on this top here. Because we don't want the frizz if we can help it. Now, when I'm having those lazy days and just trying to get through it and running on out the house, I don't too much care. But since I am trying to do a little tutorial, and I think I feel a piece of hair on my face, but since I am trying to do a little tutorial, I should at least give this a go to make it look decent and nice. What y'all think? Oh yes, come on. Now the question is going to be, am I going to diffuse this or let it air dry? I'm definitely not sitting under a dryer today. And y'all, I promise my next video won't be so fast. I'll do a better job at actually going through this. I'm just pumping my little product down, y'all. Mixing it in and rubbing it in. Oh, yes. I'm wasting a little bit on my shirt. Damn it. You know, I really need some help from production because I'm having so many technical difficulties today. You know, earlier when I was dyeing my hair, I slung the damn brush and it wasted dye everywhere on the floor. My lamp just fell, scared the shit out of me. Come on, definition. So if you were to twist the hair or to brush it with a Bigen brush, the curls would not look like this. And when I actually brush my hair for curls, it gets way more tighter than this. The shrinkage is really real when I actually brush it. And some days that's the look I want, and then some days it's not. Some days I like the length on it, just because I like to be reminded of how long it is sometimes. And sometimes I can do it and it does not look long at all. But like I said, today, I'm just kind of rushing through. Slapping me a little product in here. Also slinging a little product everywhere. And I plan to make some more shirts. And the shirts that I'm going to make, I don't think that I will sell those. I think that I'm going to give a few away because I plan to put the logos of Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter on them. So if I'm going to do that, I can't really sell those. So I would like to give them away, but only to people that would actually wear them to kind of help me try to promote. So if you're trying to get one just to put it in the closet or whatever, that one is not for you. But if you're trying to get one to help me promote my little business, then that would be perfect, guys. I've already reached out to a photographer too about getting a photo shoot done so that I can get multiple different hairstyles out there for people to see. But again, you know, like I stated at the beginning of this, I don't really want this to be strictly about a tutorial from me. I would prefer it to be us together. So if you guys see something that you feel like I'm doing wrong, feel free to comment, feel free to tell me how you do it, or especially if you see I'm doing something that you know how to do that may be easier, then definitely comment that. Let's take this walk together. Let's do this together. And I teach you and you teach me and we teach each other. That's pretty much how I want this to go. Here we go with the edges again. I always hate how my edges look in the front, unless I take the time to pay extra care to them. And not all the time do I feel like it. See how puffy that gets? How they used to say on In Living Color, hated it. We're gonna slap a little gel right here. And this is the DevaCurl gel. Come on now, where's my speech going? And do a little bit of brushing. Put a little bit behind my ear, maybe that'll help hide some, especially since that gel is not dry. Do another little piece. Oh, running out of product on the countertop. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. So the next style that I'll do, I will either twist it. Usually when I twist my hair, there's a few ways that I like to do it. When I want length, I will actually blow dry it first and pretty much get it, not all the way dry, but somewhat dry. And that way it's already elongated. And then once I twist it, it's more like a longer wave rather than a actual curl. And then sometimes I twist it when it's wet to give me those short bouncy curls. Or I'll do a little something different. But the next style I do, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. You guys leave suggestions of what you would like to see. Me, I don't really have a preference between straight and curly. I love my hair curly in its natural state, and I love my hair straight. When my hair is straight, it's pretty much easier to manage. I can just wrap my hair at night, get up in the morning, comb it down and go. When it's curly, just depending upon how it really looks, it may require me to wet it up. It may require me to really wet it in the shower or to just mist it with water. And then some days it's just so tangled that it just needs a whole makeover. So straight hair is always easier to manage than it is for me to do curly. Let's see here. I know I did that fast, y'all. Really fast. And right now I'm just putting the Diva Ultra Defining Gel just pretty much everywhere. And I'm gonna rinse my hands off. Grab my little towel here, shake like a dog. Fluff it up in a couple areas that may need a little fluffing. Get this excess stuff off of my face so that I don't break out. Because a lot of these products will cause you to break out. Let's see. Shake time. Okay. So now, I could let this air dry, or I could diffuse for a little bit. I think I'll diffuse for a little bit. And I have a DevaCurl diffuser. Let me grab it. Okay, so this little joker gets hot. But I happen to love the little diffusing attachment that's on it. It's a little hand. Now, this joker is pricey at that. But after buying this and after using it several times, someone else showed me where you can get one of these for cheaper. You don't actually get the DevaCurl dryer, but this attachment, like the hand, they found somewhere for like $9.99. So for everybody that's on a cost-effective budget, which I should have been if I'd have known about that, you can get one of these for cheaper. I like the hand because it's easier to go in the hair. And actually get my roots. I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay, so my hair is not fully dry, which is okay, because the rest of it can air dry. But as you can see, I have some volume, I have some body, which is perfect. And if I took a pick and picked this out even more, I would have even more volume. But I'm gonna let it air dry a little bit. And then the air drying, hopefully, that will also give me some more volume. And I kind of just like to let it fall wherever it wants to. Sometimes it falls perfectly, and then other times it does not. It just falls wherever it wants. So the next style that I do for you guys will not be this. I will do something that actually takes a little bit more time to actually do it and play with. and I'll let it get 100% dry so that we can see how that turns out. I don't know if any of you are like me, but not every one of my styles turns out cute to me. I always have a problem with remembering what the hell I did when I did a style that was cute. Sometimes I look back on photos and it's like, oh my God, I really love that hairstyle, but I cannot remember how to recreate it. So I'm hoping that by doing these videos, this will also give me a point of reference to be able to go back to and say, hey, I can do it like this. But this will be something that we all do together and learn together, because on the days that my hairstyles do not come out the way that I expect them to, or how I would have wanted them to look, I'm still going to post a video. I'm still going to show you, and that day the tutorial will just become a what not to do. And also a reference for me to go back and know what not to do. But I have enjoyed being able to do this for you guys and share my little tips and secrets with you. As you can see, I don't really do anything special. At least I don't think I do. But I will be doing another video, so thank you guys so much. Please like, please share, please follow, and please help me promote Corey Peters Hair. And also leave me any type of comments. You can either do it in my inbox or directly on the post. Feel free to also comment new posts on the page. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's already there. If you want to create a comment or create a post, go ahead and do that. I try to answer everything that goes on that post. You guys, I'm very grateful for you. And I hope that you had a Merry Christmas yesterday and a Happy New Year next week. Thank you. Bye.